life again.
Don't mention it. Come on, let's go.
Yes?
I have a few questions. You holding up?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm out of it. And sometimes I'm full of anger. But I'll be fine.
If you ever need a hand, you can count on me.
Thank you. Really. It's hard, but thanks to you, I think I'll be fine. And at least I have a goal now. Something to work towards.
You seem to be only thinking about the resistance. Why?
It's true. I hope they'll help me understand. To get over my parents, too. And I can't just stand back. I have to do something, or I'll go crazy.
I understand. To get their house destroyed like this, my guess is your parents weren't just anybody in the militia.
I honestly didn't care about that stuff at all before I went to war. But it's true, a lot of people used to drop by to see them. Asking for advice, all that kind of stuff. Man, do I regret not paying more attention. And not telling them to stop it all.
No point in thinking about the past now. Come on, let's go.
Hey, psst. I got lots of great stuff to trade or sell. You got serum?
A little. I got a few questions. Any trouble selling under the table? The authorities aren't making too many problems for you, are they?
If they got me, they'd really get me. Things have changed since the end of the war. It's gotten real difficult. But seeing how I don't know how to do anything else, and of course it jacked up the prices. Hi.
Show me what you got.
The handsome Roy is back. And with a cute little boy, too. Care to introduce us?
Charity, this is Innocence. Innocence, this is Charity, the great lady of Shadowlair.
A great lady. Don't listen to him, boy. I used to be a whore. Nothing more. But I don't keep my ears plugged.
That's kind of why we came to see you. We'd like to know what happened to some former members of the militia.
Former militia? His family, I suppose. Poor kid. Pretty much all of them were arrested in a single night. No one knows what happened to them after.
I imagine there's a kind of a resistance movement, seeing what the government's like. Kid wants to get in touch with them.
You know, they're a secret society, and a secret society is, well, secret, you see? They don't exactly carry signs saying who they are. It'll take time. And I need a favor. A friend of mine disappeared. And she's not the kind of girl anyone files a missing person on, if you see what I mean. She left a while back to go to Tierville, and she never came back. Find her, Roy, and I'll find the resistance for you.
In the shopping district, huh? All right, I'll take care of it.
Yes?
Come on. We should be okay now, but we're gonna need information, and I figure we're gonna need Charity for that.
just one guy. That will suck to be him.
Hey, you, sir. Listen, do you think you could help me out?
Problem?
You can say that again, but I think you're the guy for the job. From what I've seen, you're not the kind scared of duking it out with scumbags.
I'm not planning on making a career out of it.
Of course, but it's for a good cause, see? There's this gang of junkies that's set up in my workshop. I can't go there anymore. And if I can't work, well, I can't earn a living. I'll pay you, of course.
I get the impression you're not exactly short on junkies around here.
Used to be they kept a low profile, but when the army started checking everyone going around the shadow layer, they figured out pretty quick it was a field day for them. The soldiers are too busy standing around at checkpoints on the main streets to go chasing junkies around the slums. So this bunch of bums set up in my place, in my workshop, and there's not a thing I can do. But you'll help me, right? Please.
So I get a bunch of addicts out of your place. Then what?
Then I'll give you some serum, of course. And if you ever need a hand, you just let me know. Turnabout and all that, right?
All right, I'll go see those squatters.
Thank you so much. I owe you. And actually, I'm the craftsman around here.
Roy, wandering evictor. Later.
Don't you take me for a fool, Chance. I can see you've been taking it again. You're looking for trouble? Last time wasn't enough?
Yeah, right. Now let us go, man. Hire or not, they don't give a shit about us.
Hey, anyway, this place is the perfect hangout. We'll be quiet here.
You're stopping Mr. Frugality from working, and the soldiers only let you go because I begged the lieutenant, all right? We work together, but he won't keep looking the other way forever.
Mom, don't make me look bad in front of my friends. Leave us the fuck alone, man.
Yeah, Mom. Stop making him look bad and go suck your lieutenant off. And tell him he didn't see nothing, huh?
Hey, shut the fuck up, man.
What? Who are you?
The name's Roy. I was sent here to get the workshop back to its rightful owner.
I knew it. The perfect hangout, huh? Please don't hurt them. They're just kids.
They look old enough to stand and walk to the door, unless maybe they want to crawl.
But they don't know what they're doing. That drug makes them that way. They have no idea what they're doing. To other people and themselves.
Are you suggesting I let a guy who didn't do a thing pay for them?
No, of course not. That's not what I meant. But violence will only make things worse. I can hardly get through to my son. Please, they're just kids. Go after the ones who take advantage of them instead.
So basically, you want me to take out their dealer? I don't really see how that's any of my business.
They're squatting here to hide, and because their dealer's nearby. If you cut off their supply, you'll be creating a long-term answer to your problem, and you'll be saving lives.
All right, I'll go find the dealer. Just don't make me regret it.
Oh, thank you. Believe me, they'll react fast. I'm a nurse, and I know the effects of all these drugs only too well. Their dealer's called Serenity, I think. He has a place in the shanty. I'll show you on your map.
All right, I'll go pay him a visit.
fast before me. They say technomancers are doing raids downtown.
Serenity, I presume?
You presume too much. If you don't know who you're dealing with, you got no business here.
I know who I'm dealing with. That's why I came to see you. Ask you to stop selling your shit to Chance and his gang. Ask, being a euphemism, if you even know what that means.
A feminism, huh? Funny. I don't know what you're talking about. But now I'm the one asking. I'm asking you to leave real fast, or your head'll be asking to get kicked in. If you even know what that means.
I see you're having trouble hearing me. But with a couple of kicks, I should be able to force another way into your skull.
What? Okay, guys, I want to see him bleeding all over. Hey, dude, chill. You were right. We just had some misunderstanding. But it's all cool now. Not one more hit for Chance and those guys, I swear. They can go by somewhere else, and good riddance.
That's good. I was sure we could come to a mutual understanding.
Thank you. I'd never be back in my workshop if it hadn't been for you. You saved my life, you know?
Surely you'll return the favor. I went for a non-violent approach. At least with them. They decided to leave the place on their own.
Yeah, well, they didn't look real happy. They even threatened me. But at least they left. Guess I should think about getting some kind of weapon. I gotta be able to protect myself.
Might be a good idea, you know? The scumbags around here may not be hard to impress, but if you don't show a few teeth, you'll sleep outside again and they'll just walk all over you.
Ah, you got that right. I'll go equip myself.
What's the deal with this place? How'd it become the hangout for all the addicts in Shadowlair?
Not all of them, really. But if I told you this part of the city used to be really happy and lively, well, that'd be a happy and lively pile of crap. I've been living here for 40 years now, and it's only ever been a slum. The slum, like everyone calls it, even if none of the other parts of town are all that great either. Anyway, it still found a way to go downhill. People weren't real happy, that's for sure, but they at least didn't go getting all violent like that. They got sold a dream, and they were let down.
And, who sold it to them?
Oh, lots of folks. Same ones that promised everybody water, a place in the shade, or even just a job to make life easier. You know. The same one who promised them a future if they joined the army and told everybody one day we'll all go back to Earth. And of course there's those that try to get you to believe everything will be better as soon as you stick a needle in your arm. But those guys are smart. Half the time, what they say is true. One of them hangs out here, apparently. Don't ask me where, but the slum's his turf. And seeing as the army doesn't come around that often, pretty much all the junkies are here.
I thought you couldn't stand those addicts.
Sometimes I get carried away, say things I shouldn't. But you got my workshop back from me, and that's all I needed. I got nothing against those kids, to be honest. You can't really say they ever had it easy. Back in the day, we weren't exactly well off, but at least we had hope.
I gotta admit, I don't really see why you stick around this dump.
We moved here nearly 40 years ago, my wife and I. Wasn't the lap of luxury, but we couldn't really afford anything else. And there were things to do around here at the time. She was an artist, you know? I just ran the store. Compared to what she could do with her hands, the technomancers were nothing. She was a real magician. She's not here anymore. But I can't leave our workshop. We built it together. I'd have liked to know the place was going to survive both of us. If we'd had a kid, that would have been what we wanted more than anything. Well, almost anything.
I see. Since you've been living here, you must have heard about Charity, I guess.
Of course. Great woman. I don't even want to think what things would be like around here without her.
I suppose so.
It's not what you think. She's got good company, that's for sure, but that's not all she does. You know?
Really?
It may seem like an old-fashioned idea, but she's a good person. She helps people. And has enough influence so things run pretty much smoothly, even though the militia disappeared. It's sure not the Source or its soldiers who are gonna do that for us. Hooker or not, it's people like her that we need, not them. Maybe Wisdom and his guard dog should try selling their bodies to see what it's like. They could do with a change of perspective. I mean, don't go repeating that, of course. You tend to relax a bit when the cat's not around.
No problem. I can't even think of how to fit it into a conversation. Later. wrong?
This city's a fucking nightmare now. You can't go 3 feet without a patrol stopping you. There's a checkpoint up ahead. They're stopping everybody. And I would just get my papers stolen.
There any way around the checkpoint?
Not to where I'm going. There's always a way to get replacement papers, of course. But the guy who does them is kind of hard to find, you know? The authorities are on his ass big time.
The war's over, so why check everyone?
Well, I guess it's because of politics. I probably shouldn't say this to someone I don't know, but the Technomancers didn't make too many friends when they took out the militia. Now there's a resistance. Guys against the authorities. That's why we got all these checkpoints. That and because it seems there's some guy in town who's on the run. I even heard that the Technomancers hired a bounty hunter to track him down, but, well, you know. Anyway, none of it's good for business.
Roy? But that's...
Shh.
You said something about a guy who does papers. Wouldn't know where he hangs out, would you?
I run a bar, so I hear things. But look, I'll tell you if you get ID for me too.
Yeah, okay, I'll get some for you. So, where can I find him?
Thanks, buddy. He's hiding out in the north neighborhood, where the gangs run the place. You be careful, it's pretty hot there.
Later.